Hi, Carol here, and welcome to my craft room. Today we are going to use the Misti, and we are going to use the Misti in a different realm. We're going to take our wonderful Gelli Plate. Now, this is a 6x6 Gelli Plate, and it's absolutely awesome. And you're going to set it on your grid so that I have my tripod sitting on this because of the space. But what you want to do is you want to have your sheet of paper that you're going to take your final imprint from your Gelli Plate onto the cardstock. This is Gina K 120 pound luxury cardstock. I've cut it out to approximately 6 by 8.5. The Misti 6.5 by 8.5 approximately. So when I close this onto my sheet, I've taken everything out. There's nothing in my Misti whatsoever. And we are going to not only do this inlay, we're going to be able to use our Spectrum Noir pencils when we're done to color this image. And what I did is you can take a stamp of your own choice. I saw this technique over on Clarity Stamp with Barbara Gray, amazing, talented woman from the UK. And I just changed a little bit around because I didn't have her products, I had to change it to my products. And I took this mixed media Julie Nutting stamp, and I took some acetate and I cut it off. You can see it right there, so that it would fit my 6x6 Gelli Plate. And I'm trying to see, there it is here. You want to take some acrylic paints at Michael's right now for $5.99, a $20 set of Artist Loft paints. You get acrylic, oil, and watercolor paints. You get, let me see, 3, 6, 9, 10 different colors. Use your 40% coupon. You pay $3 or $4 for these starter sets. Wonderful buy for trying stuff out like this. And here I put with Stays On. Then I cut it out of my acrylic, the thickest acrylic that I had. Excuse me. And I'm going to give this a go. So you're going to need that, some type of stencil if you want to do it this way. I chose to use, you have to have a clean brayer, and I bought a new one because my other one kind of had a cover over it and I couldn't see what was happening on here. So I got this one at Michael's. And then take whatever nice background you like for a stencil as well. And some paper off to the side. You're going to need some paper to wipe off. So let's take our Gelli Plate. I'm going to move my tripod over so you can see this right on the Gelli Plate, so you can see the work I'm doing. And you're going to take some, this is yellow ochre. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a bit of yellow ochre. Whoops, this is new. Haven't opened this yet. Let's make a hole. I'll use some yellow ochre, but I'm also going to use white, titanium white. And remember, it's not watercolor, we're using the acrylic. Okay, so I want it to be quite light underneath. And let's get some out there. Okay. You don't need much. And then another color I chose was the cobalt blue, but that'll be after we get this brayering done. So set this aside, and hopefully I can remember, because I saw this last week. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. So take your paint together. I might have to add some more, I think, here. And I haven't used my Gelli Plate. I have this 6x6, and I have a 12 by 12, and they're just awesome. And really, the paint does go a long way. Look at that. I didn't use very much, and we are just going right at it here. And don't be afraid of your Gelli Plate. Just work with it. If you have something on it like that, just get it out of there. There we go. And I think I'll put a little bit more of the ochre, yellow ochre down. I'm using different colors than what I saw, I think. There, that's better. And you're working on your Misti. I have another Misti technique I'm going to show you that I think you'll like. There. Then you can just rub off your, keep some paper on the side, and we will try and get all of these marks off. Isn't that awesome? You want it to be there. Okay, so you're going to want this to dry a little bit here. So let me get out our, just dry it up, it won't take long. Like this. Then we're going to put our stencil down once this is dry. And the beauty of the Gelli Plate, you touch it, dries very quickly. Don't want to get too close, but see, it's drying already. Awesome. Okay. And we'll do this in two parts because you want to see how you use the Spectrum Noir crayons to bring this image alive. It's like a mixed media card using the Misti. Okay, so that is reasonably dry. And then you're going to take in, using the same color, I'm going to take my stencil, put it over top. This is a well-loved stencil. There we are. Then you're going to take, I think I'm going to take, see how much of this white I can get out of here. And I'm putting a pin in this just to work it around. Some must have dried. I can remember using this for another project. There we go. Whoa, that one's good. All right, so let's work some of this off our brayer and go over the stencil. I still have some of that yellow on there, so let's get rid of this sheet and work some of that out of there. I can kind of see where it is. There we go. So you can take a baby wipe and maybe, there we are. Sorry if my head went in there. And take some of that yellow ochre out of there. Nice small brayer, which I like. I think this is only about 3 inches wide, which is absolutely wonderful. Then give it a go. There we go. And it's not going to matter. Let's grab some of that titanium white. Get it on there. That's better. Once it gets on the brayer, it'll be great. Okay. You can lift it and see. This is fun. This is fun art. Yowzer, love it. Clean that off just a little bit till we move on here. And you are going to take, let me see, you're going to take a sheet, if I can remember this right, take some paper and blot it. You're going to blot this down. This is just scrap paper. You're going to blot some of that image off, believe it or not. Okay, and keep this paper because you'll be able to use it. See how much we got off there? Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to turn my light down onto my object. That might help. Okay, so take that aside, lift this up, and you have this beautiful image right there. Then we're going to take our stencil right here, and I am going to put her, let's see, right about there. And you're going to work her in here, like so. Okay, so that's the stencil we just made the image of. We set it down there. I did it in the black. Let me come down on it here. I did it in the black so you could see the stencil. And I'm going to put some more titanium white on here. And I am going to mix it with a bit of this blue. This little bit of cobalt blue. Together. There we go. See what happens there. And our brayer. Mix it up. Awesome. Okay. That blue will start to work its way in. There it comes. Awesome. Okay. There we go. And as I'm looking at this and I'm doing this, I'm kind of thinking that this was the stage maybe. Let me lift her up here and see if I've got this right. This is what happens when you I'm going to leave it like that. Oh, I'm going to leave it like that. Put it down like so. I'm just checking out the underneath part. Okay. If you go over to Barbara Gray's blog, you'll see this. But see how you can see that beautiful stencil underneath there? And then get some of the blue off, like this. Doesn't take long. Off your brayer. I think I'm going to use it again. Then you're going to take another sheet of paper like this. And we're going to blot. Okay? So that this becomes dry. And see how that image is standing right out there. Awesome. There we go. Okay. And when you move this up, this is cheap paper, so you want to be careful here. Okay, that's exactly what I want. All right, so we'll start over. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, I think I'm going to use this stencil like this. This is 2 stages. See how you have her dress back there? Okay. Okay. Kind of clean off your, talking to myself here, background with a baby wipe. Get that cobalt blue off. Okay. Because it's acrylic, you can get this off. I'm going to pick it up carefully, like so. Now I have my Misti on this side. I'm going to have my image like this, okay? So this part here is not what Barbara did. This is kind of what I'm doing myself. But I will go back. This is where I got my inspiration for this. So I'm going to press this down on my impression, on my Misti, on my 120 pound CC Design Copic quality cardstock. There we are. Now you're going to have this wonderful impression of that girl right embedded, so that we can take a marker and we can color her in, and we have this image in the background. It is going to look super cool. Okay, so let's stop there on our Misti, and we are going to quickly wipe up our brayer, take out our stencil. It stays on, so we can clean it up like so. Won't take but a minute. Okay, set it aside, and now we'll do the outside. Okay, I love working with, let's see, so we have this. I'm leaving this on there on the Gelli Plate. Let's move this, pick this up again like so. Okay, quickly let's lay a base again. So we're going to lay the white. There we are. Get your brayer. Okay, and then go right over top with your white. Titanium white. And here's where we're going to get our background. You can see her right back there, which is awesome. All right, just work this in. Whoop. There we go, sorry. I'm pressing too hard. That's why I'm getting these lines. There, getting my Harley biker arms in the way. Okay. We've got the white base. Now we're going to take our stencil again. I'm going to lay it out. Which way? Right there, like this. I'm going to add my blue. I'm going to make my base dark. So I will be running a lot of this cobalt blue on there. Okay. But I want to put some of this yellow ochre up in the corner here where I have more room. I'll show you what I mean here. So let's take this and start rolling the blue in. Then I'll start right here. Okay, awesome. This is going to look good. Now, let's put a little bit more of that yellow ochre in the corner, right here. And this is where, there. Love it. I'm leaving it just like that. Now, here's where the Misti comes into play when you're using this. We have our color base down, right, with our stencil. Here's our Misti right here. You're going to put your image back over right here, as close as you can, onto her, which you couldn't do before. You're going to release the beautiful stencil that we had, and this is what your Gelli Plate comes in handy. You've got that image right there, and actually, yep, that's perfect. That's exactly the way I had it. You're going to lay it down, and you're going to press your image into your sheet, like so. This is awesome. Now, let's move this like this. I want you to be able to get the full impact of using a Gelli plate. Let's move this back and press this down. And if my brayer was clean, we could brayer that, but I think what I'll do is I'll just take another sheet, press down nicely. I want to get all of that background, and wait till you see when we use our Spectrum Noir pencils, the card we are going to get with this will be awesome. Lay your spare paper aside, take it up slowly, and there's your negative, my friend, and we are going to draw the most beautiful girl in there. I want you to see, you could not get the texture of that doing it any other way. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, if you like, you can go in, if you want to add color to some of these spots, which I don't. I like this look right away. But once we get out our pencils and you see what we're going to do with this wonderful image after this dries, this is our, that we just lifted this off the plate. So I want to leave that there like so. I want to take this like so. I want to take some white, get as much as I can out of here, put it on there, and I'll show you what we lift off of here to use. Trying to get this without muscles. Then I'm going to take some yellow, no blue, just the yellow. Okay, now I have the girl underneath here, right? I haven't taken her off. And this is just going to be a lighter version here of the Gelli plate. There we go. Don't want it muddy. I want a little bit more blue. This is the beauty of playing with this Gelli plate. There. Darken up some of the edges. Now, I'm going to show you. Let's pick up a sheet of paper, blot it one time, take off your stencil, put it over here, get out some of your cardstock, which I didn't have ready, but I'll have one ready. There we go. And slide one right in your board. I'm going to pick this up. Now this is another image we're going to get off of here. Put it in the corner so I can see exactly what I have. Pounce it down. Let's peel off another image like so. Let's get our image off of here. Okay, now we have the girl nice and dark where you don't have to. We'll use reverse white pencil on this one, but it came out, let me put it down, beautiful. But let's take another, now that she's come off of there, let's grab another sheet. I'm going to turn this over. Let's see. I just want to have, let's get a clean sheet here, so when I want to make sure I have her, and there we are. Let's press down, and this is the beauty of getting all these images off of one Gelli plate. And let's slowly lift her off. Absolutely beautiful. There you have another image that we can work with our pencils. You don't, just looking at this, you wouldn't think, oh, what's going to come out of that? Wait till I show you. It's going to be awesome. So all you have to do is spray down. Let's see our images so far. I will use this as a background, the yellow that we printed off. This is my original one that is already dry that we're going to color in and use as a card base. Isn't that scrumptious? Beautiful. And then you're going to have the stencil. You're going to be able to put your stencil right in there. We might as well do it right now. I think it's dry enough, just so I can show you. You can take your jelly roll off to clean in just some soapy water. And let's get our stays on. Well, we don't even need it. Let's use my favorite things, hybrid ink. Let's set our Misti aside. And let's grab our stamp. Right here, I always keep my stamp on the plastic, and let's quickly put the image in there. And then if you don't draw and you're saying, I can't draw that, well, no fear. Let's get some hybrid ink on here. Okay, and we could put it back on the Misti. That would be the smart thing to do. Okay, so let's get this in the Misti. Exactly how we had it. Quick. Okay, then let's take our stamp. Put it as close. Let me see. Oh, it's a backwards image. Yes, but that's okay. Let me see if I can get this. Not the legs. I'm just going to put in, it's reversed, right? I'm just going to put the top in, not the legs. Whoa, hang on to those legs. There. That's all you'll need. And there you have it. Awesome. I forgot that when you flip it, the legs would be going the opposite way. You don't want that. So just go up to the image there, and there you have it. You can start your coloring and have this beautiful, awesome background that we will color in on part 2. I think it is awesome. And the colors you got with brayering, you were able to use your Misti, and you have a design pattern from the first time we pulled off of there. This is going to be wonderful when we start getting our card ready. We'll cut around there and do a nice fancy card base, and I think it will be beautiful. And that didn't take us long at all. I will clean up this mess and we'll get ready to get our Spectrum Noir pencils out and make a beautiful card. Have a blessed day.